Hello lovelies, I'm so excited you decided to join me today. This is definitely a topic that I am absolutely passionate about, and I can't wait to get started in telling you a little bit more about how to gain confidence as a bridal stylist. So let's get started. Hey lovely, so a lot of us struggle with being confident in our ability as a stylist, right? This comes from so many different ways that we've been raised, our background, how we view ourselves. There's so many factors into this one topic. So how do we address it? How do we figure it out? And how do we improve so that we do have confidence when we go into a wedding and go, we got this, right? So I have a few tips that I would like to share that has helped me personally in feeling a lot more confident in myself as an individual and also in my services that I provide as a bridal stylist. So the number one thing for me is if you're not confident, it depends on which area you're not confident in. So individually, let's start there. So as an individual, it's really important to gain that confidence in yourself. And this can come from, your friends saying, oh my goodness, you're amazing, and all that stuff, and that's great. But when it comes from you personally, deep down inside, what you really truly believe about yourself, that is where you're going to find the root of the problem, right? Because when, we think back to our younger self, we're like, oh, it was so hard, there were so many people saying negative things, and it's because we started to believe that. I am a huge believer, talking about beliefs, in the law of attraction. So the law of attraction, simply put, is what our thoughts are, eventually become our words, eventually becomes our reality, right? So if we're thinking all of these negative thoughts and people are, we're hearing them, we're thinking them, and now we're speaking them, all of a sudden that's what our reality becomes. So for example, we wake up in the morning and we're like, oh, I have this client and I don't want to do it, and I just am awful at bridal hair, and I have this bride and she's super, whiny and blah, 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 and continuing to, just spiral. And all of a sudden you show up to work and you're like, oh, I don't want to be here. This is awful. And then you perform the service. Oh, that turned out to be terrible. And then you go home and you complain about, oh, how awful the day was. Yeah, it's going to be pretty awful, right? Even just explaining that, I'm sure a lot of you are like, wow, she sounds like a pretty negative person, right? And sometimes we have to step back and realize oh, yeah, that is me. I am kind of like that. So how do we change that? For me, it starts with mindset. I am a firm believer in, meditation and saying affirmations to yourself. The more we hear something, the more we think about it, the more we talk about it, and the more it is our reality, right? So we need to start by saying, I am good at this, or and even then, maybe I am a beginner, but I can do so much better, or I'm improving slowly, or I'm constantly getting better, I'm constantly improving, I am putting myself forward, I am doing better, and saying, things like that, or I am good at bridal hair. Am I starting out? Is this the beginning? Do I know everything? No. Here's the secret. Nobody knows everything. Nobody knows exactly all the things there is to know about the world. Nope. Sorry, you're not going to find that person. People know what they're good at, right? So if this is something that you're wanting and you're passionate about, and you absolutely have a drive and a desire, and you're like, you know what, this is what lights my soul on fire. Yes, I want to be in this industry. Yes, I want to do this. Then go for it and start thinking positive and start telling yourself you can. Take the word can't out of your vocabulary. So many times we hear little kids say, oh, I can't do that, I can't do that. Because you're asking, something super simple like, hey, go clean your room. And they're like, oh, I can't clean my room. I just, I can't. And you hear that phrase so many times, I can't. And then all of a sudden when it comes down to it, they want a cookie, right? That's hidden up on the top shelf in the kitchen, and all of a sudden you walk away, you turn your back for 2 seconds, and the little kid has a little cookie and is sitting there on the counter eating it. And you're like, wait, what? You know, you can't have this cookie, but yeah, you went and got it. But you were asked to go clean your room and you said you can't and that you needed my help, or there were so many excuses on why you couldn't, but yet it's because of the desire. So if we desire for greater things, if we desire to have a positive mindset and have an amazing life and to have those many stylists or those clients that we, you know, do a bunch of styles on, as a wedding professional, we need to believe in ourselves. We need to start saying, instead of can't, like, oh, I can't do this style, oh, I can't do this wedding, I can't, whatever it is, start thinking differently. Start changing your mindset. Okay, maybe this is a super difficult style that you don't think you can achieve, right? Maybe you can't, right? But, you know, the phrase, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. And you're absolutely right. If you sit there and you're like, I can't do this, I can't do this, if you really want to do that and you really want this client and you want to improve your life, go research. Education, huge. And that moves into the next segment and the other section. So we have self and then we have skill. So that's all self. Self is mental. This is here. And skill is also here, but in a different way. So if you're lacking confidence in self, you need to start telling yourself that you love yourself, that you're amazing, that you're awesome, and that you can do this. On the other side is the skill set, right? So that's the technical side, the side of how in the world am I going to do this updo style, or how in the world am I going to pull off this makeup. Go do your research. Go educate yourself. That is where you are lacking in skill, is education. And that's where you're going to gain your confidence. Any of you taking a class, listen to a video or anything like that where you've gotten done with it and you go, I'm a pro. Oh, I got this. Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. I'm on top of the world. We go to, a hairstylist class or a hands-on educational class, or we take an online course that is educational and we start to improve our knowledge. All of a sudden we become a lot more confident in that skill. Practice also makes us confident in that skill because we're practicing every single day, we're practicing every single week, we're doing something constantly, and eventually it's going to become second nature. For me, I could do a style and makeup on my, simple hair and makeup bride in less than an hour at this point. And at the beginning, if you asked me to do hair and makeup on a bride, it would have taken me 2 or 3 hours because I had no idea what I was doing. Fake it till you make it, right? No. Go get educated. And that's what I did. I sat down and I watched video after video after video on YouTube of how to do bridal hair, how to make it in this industry, how to do so many things, how to do makeup, getting my education and my footing and my grounding. So eventually when I was to that point where I was like, hey, let's book my first client, let's do this, I had the confidence in myself because I had the skill set. And I was also telling myself, this is what I want, and I am absolutely going to let nothing get in the way of me being able to accomplish that goal. And I think another thing that sets our mindset back on confidence is not believing in ourselves. And that, of course, comes with practice, that comes with skill set, that comes with those words of affirmations of saying, yes, I can. So those are my tips for you today. If you have found this video beneficial, please comment below, leave a review type of a thing, comment below, and also like and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell and you will get notifications. So right next to the subscribe button, right there. And it will send you weekly notifications on when new videos are coming out so that you can stay tuned to amazingness and you can start your bridal business with confidence in yourself and in your business and in your skills. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I look forward to hearing what else you want to hear about, so comment below with that, and we will see you on the next video. Have a wonderful, confident day.